A very good morning, children. Welcome to our English class. Today I am going to tell you a story that is a great teacher. In this lesson, we are going to know about a great teacher. His name was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. In this lesson, we are going to know about Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Actually, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was a great social reformer, writer, and educationist. He worked endlessly to transform the society. His contribution towards education and changing the status of women in India was remarkable. Rabindranath Tagore called him the father of modern Bengali. So, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was a great social reformer, writer, and educationist. He wanted to change the society, so that he worked very hard. His main contribution towards education, he wanted to change the education system and changing the status of women in India. Actually, in ancient days, how the women in India, they didn't allow anywhere to do anything. In ancient days, they didn't have any identity in the society, so that he wanted to change that status of women in India. That was remarkable. For all these works, Rabindranath Tagore called him the father of modern Bengali. So, who was the father of modern Bengali? Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was a father of modern Bengali. Who gave the title to Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar? Rabindranath Tagore gave the title to the Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. What was the title name? Father of modern Bengali. Now, let's enter into our story. The story is about the biography of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Biography means life history. Biography simply known as life history. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was born on 26 September 1820 in a village of West Bengal. He was born on 26 September 1820. 26 September 1820 in a village of West Bengal. He spent his childhood in extreme poverty. Poverty means very poor. Extreme means very severe. Extreme. What is the meaning of extreme? Very severe. Very severe poverty. Poverty means very poor. Poor. So he spent his childhood in extreme poverty. At the age of 8, he came to Calcutta. Calcutta is the old name. Kolkata is the new name of Calcutta. So when Vidyasagar was 8 years old, he came to Calcutta. There, where his father took up the job of a bookkeeper. So in Calcutta, his father worked as a bookkeeper. Bookkeeper means simply known as accountant, who maintains records of financial affairs. So simply known as accountant. His father worked as an accountant in Calcutta. So at the age of 8, he came to Calcutta. Vidyasagar, it is said, learned the English numbers from the milestones he crossed while walking to Calcutta from his village. Actually, he lived in a village. From that village, he came to Calcutta. While he went to Calcutta, he crossed some milestones. Do you know, children, what is meant by milestones? Milestones means when we travel from one place to another place. For example, we travel from Visakhapatnam to Hyderabad. On the way to Hyderabad, we find some stones that was colored with white paint and black color. Some letters, English letters and numbers also written on that stones. Those are known as milestones. Okay, while walking to Calcutta from his village, he found some milestones. From that stones, he learned the English numbers, all those things, isn't it? From the milestones, he learned the English numbers and all those things. In 1829, he joined Sanskrit College. 1829, he joined which college? Sanskrit College. His desire to learn was so intense. What is the meaning of intense? Intense means of extreme force. Intense means extreme force. So his desire, he wanted to learn, that was so intense that for some nights he studied under the street lamp. He studied under sometimes he studied under the street lamp because he was very poor. His parents could not afford to buy a kerosene lamp at home because his parents were very poor. They didn't have enough money to buy a kerosene lamp at home, isn't it? So that he studied under the street lamp, as his parents could not afford a kerosene lamp at home. In 1839, he passed the Hindu law examination. In 1839, he passed the Hindu law examination, and that was when he was honored with the title Vidyasagar, which means ocean of knowledge. So when he was honored with the title Vidyasagar, honored means respected. Honored means, what is the meaning of honored? Respected. So when he was honored, respected with the title Vidyasagar, what is the meaning of Vidyasagar? What is the meaning of title Vidyasagar means? Which means ocean of knowledge. What is the meaning of Vidyasagar? Ocean of knowledge. So when he got a title Ocean Vidyasagar, then he passed the Hindu law examination, isn't it? His first job was as chief Pandit in Fort William College. His first job was as Chief Pandit in Fort William College, Calcutta in 1841 at the age of 21 years. When he was 21 years, in 1841, he worked as a Chief Pandit in Fort William College. It was here that he started learning English and Hindi. From then, he started learning English and Hindi. In 1846, Vidyasagar joined Sanskrit College as an assistant secretary. So in 1846, Vidyasagar joined Sanskrit College as an assistant secretary. He wanted to improve the teaching system in the college. So there, in Sanskrit College, he wanted to improve the teaching system, but faced stiff means severe stiff opposition from the management. But the management didn't agree with the Vidyasagar. They stiff opposition from the he got stiff opposition from the management. So he quit his job and rejoined Fort William College. So he quit means to leave. So he left his job and rejoined Fort William College. In 1850, he became a professor at Sanskrit College on a condition. So again, in 1850, he became a professor at Sanskrit College. Actually, he worked as an assistant secretary in Sanskrit College, but he quit his job. Again, he got a professor job in the same college, but he joined on one condition, that he would be allowed to redesign the education system. So he wanted to improve the education system there. In 18, he got an opportunity to change the to or redesign the education system in the Sanskrit college. In 1851, he became the principal of the college. He became the principal of the college. Which college? Sanskrit college. He became the principal of college in 1851. He was a great teacher and believed in practicing what he preached. So he was a great teacher. There is an interesting incident that proved this point. He was a great teacher. This was proved by an interesting incident. What was the incident? Let us see that incident. A young man got down at Howrah railway station and started shouting for a porter. He did not have much luggage and could have easily carried it himself. So, a young man got down from the train at Howrah railway station. He got down at Howrah railway station and started shouting for a porter. Porter means who carries our luggage, in railway stations, isn't it? So he started shouting for a porter, but he did not have much luggage to carry and could have easily carried it by himself. But he shouted for a porter. Then a simple looking man approached him and asked, "Where do you have to go?" Then when an young man shouting for a porter, a simple looking man approached means came near to the young man and asked him, "Where do you have to go?" A simple looking man asked the young man. Then the young man had come to Calcutta or Kolkata for some training at a college. He said to the simple looking man, the young man, why he came to Calcutta and all those things. He told about him. The young man told about him, why he came to Calcutta, all those things. He told the older man his destination. The latter picked up his luggage and they walked to the place which was nearby. So after they are talking, the old man picked up the young man's luggage and they walked to the place which was nearby, where he wanted to go. That place came and then the young man offered him some money. The young man offered some money to the old man for his service, for carrying his luggage. He offered some money. But the old man said, "I don't want any money for my work." But the old man said, "I don't want any money for my work. From now onwards, you should try to do your work yourself. From now onwards, you should try to do your work yourself and not depend upon others. That will be my reward." Reward means a gift. That will be my gift. Please do your work yourself. Don't depend on others. Who said this? The old man said to the young man when he offered some money for his service. Then he left. Then the old man went away from there. The next day, when the young man reached the college, why he came to Calcutta? For some training at a college. That's why he reached the college. The young man reached the college next day. He found the same man. Who is the same man? The person who met in the railway station. A simple looking man. He is a old man. So he found the same man sitting in the principal's chair. That old man sitting in the principal's chair. So that the young man was shocked. In shock, he fell at the feet of the principal. The young man fell at the feet of the principal. He apologized and asked for forgiveness. So he asked sorry he said sorry and asked for forgiveness. "Please forgive me, sir." He fell at the feet of the principal and asked for forgiveness. Then Actually, this principal was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Actually, who was the principal of college? The principal was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Means the old man is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He was the principal of college. So he said to the young man, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar said to the young man, no work is lowly. We should do our work ourselves. He gave the young man the lesson of a lifetime. So that the Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar said to the young man, no work is lowly. Don't feel shy to do our work ourselves. We should do our work ourselves. So he gave the Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar gave the lesson of a lifetime to the young man. So, children, this is the story of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. This is the life history of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. But this incident proves that he was a great teacher. This incident proves that he was a great teacher and believed in practicing what he preached. From this lesson, we learn that we should do our work ourselves. Do not depend on others, isn't it? Okay, I hope you all understand this lesson. Thank you, children. This is the story of a great teacher. Thank you very much.